Colonel Sarah Chun felt the familiar weight of her exoskeleton as the drop pod's retrothrusters fired, slowing their descent through Kepler 442b's atmosphere. Around her, 12 of Earth's finest space marines checked their weapons one final time. The plasma rifles hummed with deadly energy, their magazines loaded with enough firepower to level city blocks. 60 seconds to touchdown, announced Lieutenant Torres, his voice crackling through the comm system. Remember, we're dealing with an unknown alien civilization that's been jamming our communications for 3 months. Expect heavy resistance. Chen's HUD displayed the tactical briefing she'd memorized. The Kethvar had destroyed 2 of Earth's unmanned survey drones and established what appeared to be military installations across the planet's surface. First contact protocols had failed. The United Earth Coalition's response was swift and decisive. Send in the Marines. The pod slammed into the crimson soil with bone-rattling force. Emergency bolts exploded outward, and the Marines poured through the breach into the alien world's twin-sun daylight. Chen's environmental sensors immediately detected breathable atmosphere, though the gravity was 1.3 times Earth normal. What they found defied every tactical prediction. The landscape stretched endlessly in geometric perfection. Crystalline structures that seemed to grow from the ground itself, arranged in mathematical patterns that hurt to look at directly. But there were no defensive positions, no weapons emplacements, no sign of the military threat that had prompted this invasion. Instead, a single figure approached across the plains. It moved with fluid grace, its translucent body shifting between states of matter like living glass. As it drew closer, Chun realized the being stood nearly 3 meters tall, its form constantly evolving, adapting, reshaping itself with each step. "Contact front," Torres whispered, raising his rifle. "Sir, should we?" "Hold fire," Chun commanded, something in the alien's approach giving her pause. There was no aggression in its movement, no hostile intent. If anything, it seemed curious. The being stopped 10 meters away and began to change. Its body flowed and restructured until it resembled a humanoid form, though still translucent and constantly shifting. When it spoke, the words formed directly in their minds, bypassing their ears entirely. "Welcome, warriors of distant Earth. We are the Kethvar Collective. We have been waiting for you to arrive." Torres kept his weapon trained on the creature. "Waiting? You destroyed our drones. You established military positions." The being's form rippled with what might have been amusement. "Your machines were crude. We preserved them, studied them, learned your language and customs. What you interpreted as military installations were preparation centers. We have been preparing for this moment. First contact between our species." Chun felt her tactical training warring with growing confusion. Preparation for what? War? Transcendence? The being replied, and suddenly the air around them shimmered. More Kethvar emerged from structures they hadn't even recognized as buildings, their forms more varied than Chun could have imagined. Some resembled geometric shapes, others flowed like liquid mercury, still others seemed to exist partially in dimensions her eyes couldn't quite process. "Your species stands at a crossroads," the collective consciousness continued. "We have observed your history through the data in your machines. You fight, you destroy, you consume. But you also create, love, and dream. The Kethvar faced this same choice millennia ago." The lead being gestured, and suddenly Chen's mind was flooded with images. Entire civilizations linked in perfect harmony, consciousness itself becoming a shared resource, individuals maintaining their identity while participating in something infinitely greater. "We offer you partnership, not conquest. Your Marines came prepared for war, but war is obsolete when beings can share thoughts, experiences, the very essence of existence itself. Your weapons are useless against us not because we are invulnerable, but because we choose not to fight." Chun looked at her squad, seeing the same stunned realization on every face. They had come as conquerors but found themselves invited to evolve. "The war ends instantly," the Kethvar said, "because there was never a war to begin with, only an invitation to become something greater than what you are alone." In that moment, as the binary stars set over an alien world, humanity's first space marines laid down their weapons and picked up their first lesson in transcendence.